Now, I am bringing to you the lies of Burutai, the lies of Chief of Army Staff of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I am bringing the lies to expose him, expose his evil, expose, and for you to know the fact that he is the biggest representative of Boko Haram in Nigeria government today. Here he is lying on the oil vandalization. He is lying about the program, the amnesty program in Niger Delta. Let me make it clear. When they took over government, they invited these Niger Delta people, militant, repentant militant. They invited them, they arrested them, and they put them to prison. Some of them are still in prison today without trial. And that is why they lie. So, this is the part 2 of Burutai lies. And like I said, those militants that they invited for their amnesty program, and on getting to the place, they used DSS to arrest them. They are still in detention today since 2015. And some of them, it is not arrest, it was an abduction, because their family are still searching and looking for them, and they are rotting in DSS cell in Abuja. Most of them that miraculously was released came to give this testimony. And I have made a video of one of them that the wife started looking for when he went to collect his amnesty program money. But he didn't know that DSS was waiting for him, and they abducted him. And since then, he is still in DSS cell.
Called MEND, attacking oil installations, demanding monies, causing real instability. There was a government program to buy off some of those militant leaders. I think it's cost the government well over $100 million in various forms of financial recompense to some of the militants themselves. It hasn't worked, has it?
Well, it has worked. I believe it has worked.
Why did oil production fall by a third in 2016?
Those are criminal activities which I want to believe by certain individuals.
The same sorts of attacks on oil installations that were supposed to be ended by all of this compensation money.
Well, that's why you still have a lot of criminal activities going on, not only in the Niger Delta, but in other parts of the country.
I suppose that's my point, General, that for all of your assurances, both you as a military man and the President as the political leader of the country, assurances that you're on top of the security situation in all of these different regions of your country, the truth on the ground is that you're not.
Well, we are in firm control. Security, when you look at it, globally, is something that you should continue to tackle as they arise. You continue to tackle. You cannot just overnight wake up and wish that all security challenges are gone. And even here in the UK, other parts of the world will continue to have these challenges. Go to the Middle East, go to other parts of Europe and so on. You have all those challenges. So we continue to face these threats, and we continue to address them as they arise.
Well, I talked from the beginning of this interview about the degree of trust and confidence Nigerians have in the military on the ground, and we've talked about the different regions, and you've tried to assure me that your men...
He is even making reference to UK and Middle East, But the point here is that he lied. He lied because today they have arrested most of the militants in Niger Delta, illegal arrest, and they are languishing in DSS cell. But who is now doing the oil bunkering? It is the military, which him have employed. The military, this Burutai employed in Biafra land, in south of Nigeria, he employed them to begin oil bunkering. As I'm talking to you today, most of you have watched the video I posted about Governor Wike of Rivers State accusing the GOS of the 6th division for oil bunkering with his own military team. And that is what he is talking here. He cannot say
You've
that.
tried to assure me that your men are doing their very best in difficult circumstances.
Yeah.
But one of the overarching problems Nigeria faces, and I imagine you would agree with me, is corruption. A recent report from Transparency International says that Nigerian military officers, as well as politicians, have been enriching themselves by diverting money that was supposed to go to the security forces' fight against terror.
Well, this is, you know very well, some cases are already in court, and some are still being investigated. So I think the courts will handle them appropriately, and the investigating agencies will also go further to investigate as much as possible.
For you as head of the army, how can you tolerate the fact that still today, according to Transparency International, there are ghost soldiers on your payroll who are being fictitiously created by senior officers who are pocketing their salaries?
It's not true. Since the advent of this administration, they've introduced what they call the Integrated Personnel Pay System, IPPS, and also we have long made our payrolls computerized. Everybody with his biometrics. We've done that long ago, around 2013. Yeah, we started around 2013, and there is nothing like ghost workers, in the army in particular.
Military officers' pay in Nigeria is not that high, is it?
Well, it's relative also.
Well, I know, but in US dollar terms, roughly, what do you earn? Well, I ask this in the spirit of transparency because Mr. Buhari and other politicians have said, we in Nigeria...
Well, we are paid by the government. It's not the army that pays the officers and soldiers. It's the government that pays us. So I think the right question should go to the government,
you're on a salary, right? You're a
right?
public official on a salary.
Yes.
I mean, how come then that you...
Well, yes, he is the head of the army, and he cannot answer any question directly because that is a mind of a criminal. He cannot answer any question. He talk that every time you ask him question, he say it is under investigation. By who? Who is investigating it? He say it is in the court. Which court? Which court? Now, let me make it very clear to Nigeria the lies here. One is that the Nigeria military fighting in North is supposed to be receiving 5,000 naira every day. But this man, this Burutai, is paying them 1,500. Is that not corruption? Who is supposed to investigate that? Can he answer that question that now, or listen to this video and debunk what I am saying, that the soldiers that are fighting in Boko Haram then are being paid 1,500 naira instead of 5,000 naira every day? That is a criminal. He also lied about the ghost soldiers being under his payroll. Yes. There are ghost soldiers. They are siphoning their salary into their own pocket. All the soldiers that have been killed in Boko Haram fight, they never announced them dead. They never declared them dead in their salary index. They never told their family that they are dead. Most of them, they are collecting their salary after 3 years before they inform their family that they are dead. By then, they have taken the salaries of these soldiers for 3 good years. It is happening, and now he is denying that there is no ghost soldier. What is ghost soldier? Ghost soldier is when people are dead. When Boko Haram kill those soldiers, you don't declare them dead. The salaries are still running, and you are collecting them because you have the data of those soldiers that has been killed. And you collect their salary for many months before you can then declare them dead. That is what has been going on. Now, as army chief, they asked him about the salary. He cannot answer that because he knows how shameful it is to answer that question. He then channeled it and shifted to the government, that it is the government that pays their salary. Can you imagine that? And he is the chief of army staff in Nigeria. He cannot answer question about salary of soldiers because he knows how shameful it is that the Nigerian army are collecting 49,000 naira as for the lower officers. 49,000 naira every month. How much is it in dollar? He is so shameful, he can't answer that.
I mean, how come then that you yourself own 2 substantial properties in Dubai?
It's not true. It's not true. These are all fake. It's not true.
Well, they're in the name of your wife, but they are your family property.
It's not true. But
well, what's not true about it?
Listen. Substantial property. What is substantial property? This is just an investment, just like any other.
These, as I understand it, are
these are just out of
Dubai that are worth well over $1 million US dollars.
It's not true.
Well, how much are they worth then?
It's not true.
Because the anti-corruption campaigner in your country, Femi Falana, says it is an outrage that you've got these properties. He says there's no way that you could have bought these assets from your saved salary. So Nigerians want to know, where did you get the money from?
Stereotype. My family is into other businesses, okay? And they do their own private businesses. They should afford to have, to invest. We didn't have any property. We are investing. A time-shared property investment. It's not only. I don't have. I mean, family has never even entered those properties.
It's just that on the front line there are soldiers working for you. You're the commander of the Nigerian army.
Yeah.
They are on pitiful wages, and according to various different independent analyses, not least from the United States, they are very poorly resourced and poorly armed in the fight against Boko Haram. I wonder how they will feel learning that you and your family own these properties in Dubai.
What property? Just tell me, what type of property? That's my question. We don't have
any
very
property.
Well what property. It's not a property.
The Code of Conduct Bureau actually ran an investigation into your properties.
Yes.
And in the end, they said it was okay. You declared the assets.
Yes.
Don't tell me you don't know about these properties.
That is not
you do.
The type of property you are talking of. It's not the one that you think is what most people are saying. Estate as houses. I know it's not a house. Okay. It's a time-shared property that you invest into. It's not a property that particular.
General, the question remains: how do you think your guys on the front line, who are poorly resourced,
when was it bought into? Those properties.
It's your property.
As far back as 2013, when I was not even Chief of Army Staff. I never dreamt that I would even become Chief of Army Staff. And people are using it as if it is today, or the time I was appointed.
So to be clear, when the human rights lawyer Femi Falana says you should resign because your explanation of where you got the money from, to quote him, not me, him, he says it's a cock and bull story.
It's not mine, it's my family. It's my family.
All right.
Okay, yeah.
Final question for you. We have catalogued the different challenges that your security forces face, and indeed your political leadership. One of the problems today is that your president is very seriously ill. I believe he's still here in London, although the Nigerian people seem very confused about where he is and what his condition is. Can you, as head of the army, tell me what's going on?
No, this is a private issue.
They confronted him about the question, about the property he owns in Dubai. He denied it. He lied. He said there is difference between owning property and investment. What does that mean? What does that mean? That it is a family investment in Dubai. They confronted him with the question of the property he owns in Dubai. He denied it, and that's a lie. That's a lie. Your family is into other businesses. Other businesses like what? What kind of businesses, and who are this your family? Who are this your family that you cannot answer a simple question and you are saying it is not true, it is not true, it is stereotype? Is it an answer that your family has other businesses? What kind of businesses do your family have? And that's why we are telling all the soldiers, because this man is asking him, do you think if the people in forefront of this war know about this your property, meanwhile they are not being paid well, how will they feel? Of course they are not feeling well, and that is why we are telling them. That is why we are telling them that the money that you are supposed to be getting are being invested in Dubai by this man. Instead of paying you 5,000, he is paying you 1,500 every day, and the rest goes to his pocket and his family pocket. And that is why they are having investment. You can hear him having investment in Dubai.
This is a private issue, concern, Mr. President. I think I don't have any comment on that.
But earlier this year, you did warn anyone, either in the military or anywhere else, who was thinking of using this period of instability to sort of launch a leadership bid or play politics within the military. You warned them off it. So you're clearly worried that there is, at the moment, a bit of a vacuum at the top.
There is no vacuum. We just a sort of preemptive warning, in terms of what transpired, just before this administration came on board.
Why did you issue that warning? Did you sense that there were some in the armed forces who might be pursuing political ambitions?
Well, it's good once in a while to really, based on our own knowledge, based on our experiences, to tell the officers, that there are bounds. We must remain within the constitutional, boundaries, that we've been assigned.
And General, just a final question:
Yeah.
How long can this situation continue, where Nigeria's president is not able to be in the country and certainly not able to offer the country leadership? He's simply physically unable.
No.
Can that be
There are
tolerated?
constitutional provisions. There is never a vacuum. So what is happening there? We have an acting president. I think whatever is happening, Mr. President should be allowed to recuperate and get stronger and go back home. I think that's the only way. There is never a vacuum, and there shouldn't be any cause for concern or any alarm. I think that's my position.
General Burutai, I thank you very much for
Thank
being
you
on
very
Hard
much.
Talk.
Thank you. Welcome, Steve.
And that was the reason why they retired a lot of generals and military officers from the southern part of Nigeria. The mass retirement was this. The reason what he was explaining now. They retired a lot of them because out of fear. Out of fear, they retired a lot of people from the southern part of Nigeria. And as I'm talking to you today, they are still retiring them. If compulsory retirement. And that is the end of part 2 of the lies of Burutai. You see that flag? That is the rising sun. Biafra flag. And this flag will bring to an end to this kind of lies that we have heard from a military commander in Nigeria. Biafra, the rise of this flag will bring to an end to terrorists and terrorism in Nigeria and in West Africa. Thank you. This is the part 2 of the lies of Burutai.